Hi everybody, I'm Leisa from Soul Magick. Thank you for joining us tonight for our Facebook launch. We're really excited to be welcomed into the Academy as teachers, and we hope that we see some of you book in for healings of workshops in the future. So tonight I wanted to chat to you about frequently asked questions for healings. So I seem to come across a lot of people who've never had a healing before and are not quite sure what to expect through a healing or what they should do to get the most out of their healing. So I thought I'd quickly go through some of those questions. The first one is, what do I need to do during a healing? So that's about you, about the person who's laying on the table. Basically all you need to do is to lay down, close your eyes and take it all in and enjoy it. Sometimes healings will be completely silent, that depending on you. Sometimes we'll get messages from spirit and pass those on or talk about things that are coming up throughout the healing. And then there are some healings that we do need to talk throughout the healing. And there'll be quite a lot of chit chat. So it completely depends on what's going on in the healing at the time. The next question is, do I need to be ill or sick or have something that I want to heal? So the answer is no. Some people just come, they have no idea what their intention is or what they want to get out of the healing. They really just want to spend an hour or so on their own time, feeling great and feeling relaxed. And some people come with a very specific issue that they want to deal with. Either is perfectly fine. Sometimes through a healing, even though you don't have an intention, things come up during the healing, and we can either choose to deal with those things or not. So it really doesn't matter. The next question is, what can a healing fix? So the answer to that question is pretty much everything. So I believe that all physical ailments, disease and unwanted behavioural patterns come from trauma at some point in our life. And we need to heal those things, but we only heal them when we're ready. So you control the healing. Your mind and your body and your spirit only take on board what they're ready to take on board. So you'll only heal what you're ready to heal. Of course, I'm not a medical doctor, and I don't think any of the teachers tonight are medical doctors either. So we certainly won't be giving you medical advice or telling you to stop your medication or anything like that. I always refer my clients on to either medical practitioners or other alternative practitioners if there's a need or if I think there's a need to do so. And of course, many diseases and physical ailments need the support of both. So basically the answer is a healing can fix anything. The next question is, what will I experience during a healing? So again, this question is different, or the answer is different for everybody. Some people feel absolutely nothing other than just peaceful and relaxed, which is great. That's the end goal. Some people feel heat throughout the healing. They feel cold, and that might be from their own bodies or from the crystals or from my hands. You might get some physical discomfort, so you might get, a really acute shoulder pain for a short period of time, but as soon as you get up off the table, that dissipates. You might feel the crystals buzz and vibrate in your hands and on your body, which is amazing. And you might get emotional. So some people want to cry, which is perfectly fine. Some people want to laugh. Some people want to scream. So all is completely normal and all is encouraged. My job is to hold space for you while you are doing whatever it is you need to do and heal whatever you need to heal. So, I think that's very important, that I as a healer give you that time and that space to do what it is you need to do. Some people just lay on the table and they feel nothing, as I said, and some people just go to sleep and snore, which is also great. It doesn't mean that you're going to get any less benefit from the healing. Some people feel quite lightheaded when they get up off the table, which is also fairly normal. And I also encourage people to drink lots of water the day that they come for the healing, both before and after the healing, to have something quite decent to eat after the healing as well, with a bit of protein in it to help you ground and stay with us. And also, if you can, to have a hot shower to let go of any of the energies that have come up and hung around during or after your healing. Some people feel discomfort after their healing, such as a headache, which is perfectly normal. And what we encourage you to do is to contact us if it lasts for any longer than 3 or 4 days, and we'll work through that together. Is a healing religious is the next question. For me, the answer is no. Definitely not any religion involved. I don't mind what religion you are or what denomination you are. We do call in the angels and the spirit guides to help us through our healing. So where they come from and whether they're real for you is completely your decision. Can a healing be harmful or hurt me? So the answer to that is no as well. Energy healing is very, very gentle on the body, on all of our bodies, emotional, mental, physical and spiritual. And from the crystals you get nothing but love. So no, it can't hurt you. As I said, some people do feel some physical discomfort after the healing. And that's just your body integrating the healing and processing what's going on. So the answer to that is no. The next question is, let me find it. How often should I have a healing? So the answer to that question is completely dependent on yourself, and it depends on what you are trying to deal with or heal at the time. If you are just coming for relaxation and to get your chakras into alignment, for example, then it's a bit like a car getting serviced. So every 3 months or so you book your car in for a service and it comes back all running smoothly and nicely. So that's what I recommend for most people who just want to come and experience the relaxation. For people who are dealing with a particular issue, it completely depends on how you feel. I'm not big on telling people that they have to come back every week for the next 6 months or every 6 months for the next 3 years or anything like that. It depends on you, it depends on what you're dealing with, and it depends on how you feel. The next question is, if I can find it in my little notes here, is what can I do to get more out of my healing? So you'd think that when you are ready to come for a healing that people would be open to receiving and open to letting go things that they've been holding on to for a long time. It's absolutely not the case. A lot of people come in closed and not really quite sure what to expect. But the way that you can get the more out of a healing is to come in open and ready to deal with the things that pop up during the healing. And sometimes those things aren't expected, and sometimes they definitely don't make sense, but they've been stuck in your psyche somewhere along the way, and eventually they need to come out. So yeah, it's be open to what comes through in the healing. The last question that I want to go through is what happens after a healing in terms of how you feel and what the purpose of a healing really is. So, you know, people report all sorts of stories to me and to other healers that you'll talk to tonight about feeling, you know, light and happy, less confused, able to make decisions. They feel motivated. Rochelle gives a really great analogy of when we experience things throughout our life from childhood right up to adulthood that aren't always great, things that hurt our feelings, things that hurt us physically or emotionally, go into a backpack on our back, and we carry that backpack around with us, and the more things that happen to us, the more trauma that occurs, that backpack gets bigger and bigger and heavier and heavier. And every time we have a healing and every time we work with crystals, one little piece or one little item from that backpack comes out, or one little piece of skin is peeled off the onion, so to speak. And eventually over time you do start changing your life. You feel happier, you feel more centered, you feel like you can achieve things, you feel like you can deal with the things that you haven't been able to deal with before, whether they be traumas or whether they be family members or relationships or whatever it is. You attract more money into your life, more abundance into your life, and that's what healing's about. It's about making long-term changes in your life to make you be happier. I can certainly attest to it, and so can many, many others. So that's what it's all about. So if you do have more questions, please pop them on the event page. We'll answer them as we go through tonight. I hope that you stick around and watch everybody's presentations tonight. There's lots of freebies and giveaways, and we hope you enjoy it and have a really good time, and hope that we see you at a workshop or a healing scene. Thanks everybody. Bye.